fight for fairness. You know, you couldn't have a more passionate advocate than Steve O'Rourke and a better regional secretary than Peter Kavanagh to lead you in this fight. And I'm here today to tell you that your union, me personally as your general secretary, but your executive are 100% behind you. Whatever your decision, we will support right to the hilt. We'll make resources and finances available for your dispute, because Peter's right when he says that there are some unions, some general secretaries that are always worried about the fabric of the union if there's a threat of going to court. Well, the fabric of the union is you. Yes. Our activists are the fabrics of the union. Yes. Without you, we wouldn't have a union. And that's why we're not afraid of threats of being dragged off to court by these cowboy companies who want to abuse you. That's why we say that when you make a stand to fight for what is right, then we'll be there 100% with you. You know, London is the greatest capital city in the world. The greatest capital city in the world. And you're the people who keep it moving. Millions and millions of passengers every single day. We've even had the Mayor of London, Boris Johnson, saying that London bus drivers are the finest bus drivers in the world. And he's right, because this is a magnificent city. And without you, it simply wouldn't operate. And that's why, as Steve has correctly said, it is an outrage in 21st century Britain that you are made to compete with one another, that employers are in the ball game of cutting wages, that you pass each other on the same routes on different rates of pay and conditions. That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace, and it's time we did something about it. Now, you know, we've been talking about this for some time. For a few years now, we've been talking and developing strategies to say we have to do something. Because whilst we can take individual employers on from time to time, indeed, London United, Peter, London United have just voted 92% to take strike action. And your resoluteness during the Olympic campaign, and once again, bus drivers were just disregarded. Everybody else was getting a piece of the action. Bus drivers, they're irrelevant. They're irrelevant that this city would stop. And your solidarity brought to you the fairness that you deserved for that £500. And that really is what we're talking about here today. Because here's the truth. Nobody will give you anything from the goodness of their heart. Certainly not the bus companies, and certainly not Transport for London. Workers have always had to stand up and fight. Everything that working people have gained in their lives is because they've stood up and fought and stuck shoulder to shoulder. Steve's absolutely right. Of course there will be those who want to undermine you. Of course there will be all kinds of propaganda peddled out. These bus companies, incidentally, who we've politely asked to come to a forum to debate the situation with us, have refused to even answer. Some of them never even answered our request. That's the arrogance of them. Well, let me tell you, they'll soon answer our request when 28,000 bus workers in London move as one. When you determine that you're going to take strike action and bring this city to a standstill, that's when they'll give you the respect that you deserve. And I promise you this, we will not conclude this dispute, and again Steve's 100% right, this is not going to be a flash in the pan. This might be a long determined fight, and we'll make certain that nobody will sell you down the river. It'll be our members, our activists, our shop stewards who'll make decisions about which way to take this campaign forward. I'd ask you to go back and spread the message. More importantly, go back and give support to your shop stewards. It's not the easiest task in the world being a shop steward, very often at the brunt of management attacks and also subject to some disappointments and frustrations from the membership. But you have a fantastic group of shop stewards led by Steve O'Rourke. You need to give them the support they deserve. And you need to do one other thing. Believe in your values. Believe in your ability to win this dispute, because this is a fight for rightness, a fight for justice, a fight for fairness, and I'm confident that we'll bring about a victory. Keep going and well done, colleagues, for being here.